Don't let Quilly.
Hey, relax. We back. Everybody calm down. I know the culture's in a frenzy. I know they all stirred up. They trying to find something to put some dirt on my man's name.
It's nasty work.
Is it though?
It's nasty work.
Because the way people making it seem, oh, he did it verbatim. It was not verbatim.
Not verbatim.
And if we keeping it all the way buck, cuz surf shit was hotter. If we keeping it all the way above. That shit was fire. Surf shit was way fire.
Surf, the way he performed it, because you know a freestyle to a battle is different. You know what I'm saying? So the way Surf did that, it was fire. But
and I'm gonna throw my man Surf a little more bail. It was not the same words. Like the way guys are making it seem, it wasn't the same words.
It doesn't matter. That's like you taking your favorite quote from like a rap song, right?
That battle rappers do all the time. They do it all the time.
But not like the way Surf did it, though.
That's what I'm saying. It's not fair to, it's like you let it go to a certain point, but like if you let it go there, it is what it is. I done seen guys take a whole pun verse and then flip that shit in the pun verse. Like I seen them do
whole Jadakiss verse.
So like I feel like the battle rap culture, since they hate Surf, since it's a large group of Surf fans that don't hate Surf, but I'm saying it's a large group of
that don't hate Surf. Surf make niggas not like him. He talked too much and he looked, bruh.
But what I'm saying is the fact that Surf talks so much, it'll make you as a grown man try to find a little smut to put on his name. Come on, what are we doing?
He doing it to himself. Nobody is doing. You acting like niggas wake up in the morning and be like, "Let me find some bullshit to say about."
Hey,
nobody's doing that.
You think? Cuz you are in these Facebook groups. Am I lying when I say it's like 3-4 in the morning? It's already 10 Surf fucking posts already.
Now that is true. That is true.
Good or bad, it's always 10 Surf per. I'm talking about before 6 in the morning. Before 6 in the morning.
And you know who was funny? Who is the one person who is always in there defending Surf anytime anybody say something about Surf?
Oh no, all of them.
Jazz. Jazz, bro.
Oh yeah, Jazz did come. Yep.
Bro, Jazz comes for any. It don't give a fuck if you are random. Jazz is coming for you if you say something about her man. She don't like that.
That's the only thing I'm trying to make. You say battle rap fans don't do that to Surf, but I'm gonna have to disagree. They do it to Surf. They do it to A-Verb. They do it to Geechee.
Nah. The person that gets the most hate in them Facebook groups is Tay-Rock, bro.
Surf is the top of that list.
Rock and Surf are the most hated niggas in battle rap,
and they're the Lux and the Mook of our era. They're the Lux and the Mook of our era.
Niggas who are saying Rock lost to Vixen. That's a clear win for Rock, and niggas are saying he lost to Vixen. That's crazy.
I feel like it was debatable against Twerk, but people saying he clearly lost to Twerk.
I think Rock beat Twerk, but I feel like Sir, I still think it's a debatable, even with the what's her name. I still have it debatable because, and then I'm gonna have it debatable because, like I said, if you saying it word for word,
but he didn't say it word for word. We're not gonna keep putting that narrative out there.
That's why I
did not say it word for word.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He didn't say it word for word. I'm not saying that he did, but that's still a violation, bro.
I don't think it's the biggest violation as people making it out to be. It's not like recycling bars. It's
not as bad as Calico spitting that Instagram joint against Twerk.
And they still let Cal live. They still got Cal as one of the greats. Come on, man. We're not doing this.
It's not as bad, bruh. But that is bad though. Like
that shit was fire, because the joint was fire. We're not gonna do that. It was fire.
9-7 freestyle, bro.
Now, if Surf had took something from his I-95 freestyle and used it against Cortez, that'd be a violation, an extreme egregious violation. Because that video, because that freestyle got over 12 million views. That'd be an egregious violation if he did something like that.
Verb is going.
Of course, Verb is upset at how they treated him.
Went hard.
Oh, Verb is still upset how they treated him against Kings versus Queens.
I am a grinder, bro.
Look. If you look at it, Verb is trying to make the news cycle go to Surf. He's like, get it off my back. Please get it off me.
We already knew this, though. Verb is on damage control. Verb, that's why Verb made up all them fucking rumors and shit that didn't have nothing.
That's why that's the only reason people not holding it to the same respect, because it's coming from Verb. And Verb is like, we already know what time you on, Verb. You just got embarrassed. You just got literally embarrassed.
Yeah, by Casey J, bro. Like,
you let her bark in your face and let her little gay best friend bark in your face. You can't let the gay best friend bark in your face. You supposed to be VZ.
Yeah, that was trash, bro. Verb was trash.
Hey, let's get to this guy right here on the screen. Let's get to this guy right here on the screen.
It's not gonna last.
He's been doing it because he's been doing it the whole play, every series.
Game. You too gassed off one game.
I'm not gassed. What I'm saying is he's been doing it.
I pronounce that gay, but I'm always working on how I say things, and I might not have it right.
But I'm telling you, bro, he is not going to be able to keep this shit up. The nigga had to score 40 for them to win by 7.
So?
Do you know he's not going to be able to put up a constant effort like that.
You can't expect every game to play. What I'm saying is you can't expect every game to play out the same way. He needed 40 last night, so he got to 40.
You taking a lot of things out of their win.
All right, I'll say that.
Marcus Smart and Al Horford did not play last night.
Okay.
If they played, that would have been a blowout. All Boston has to do is get one game in Miami within this first 2 game segment. If they get game 2, the series is theirs. Watch what I tell you.
I want to add this because I feel like everybody else has been talking about every other superstar, Luka, Tatum, and everybody else but Jimmy Butler. And if you put Jimmy Butler stats side by side next to Jason Tatum, Jimmy Butler's been averaging 28 points a game. Jason Tatum's been averaging 28 points a game. Jason Tatum's been averaging 5 rebounds. Jimmy Butler, 7.5 rebounds. 5.5 assists for Tatum. 5.5 assists for Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler shooting 56% from the field. What are we talking about?
You know, the only 4 teams left right now in the playoffs is the 4 teams that actually play team basketball.
And I coming into the series, I said I felt like Miami was the most complete team left in the playoffs.
Boston is the second. Boston plays really
and I said the series was going
the Bucks without playing team basketball. They played great team basketball over the weekend to beat the Bucks.
They did. And I told you, I felt like this series is going 7. I feel like it's going 7.
It might. And I'm going to tell you this. Because they are playing like Boston has the size advantage like a motherfucker. If they just play to their advantage, Jimmy Butler is like 3 inches shorter than Jason Tatum.
So?
Like, if they just play to their size.
But Jimmy's got the weight and the strength over Tatum, though.
But Jimmy is one guy, man.
They're a complete team. Don't act like they're not a complete team.
Jimmy Butler has scored 40 once in every series. He scored 40 once against the Sixers. He scored 40 once against the Hawks. He's already had his 40-point game.
Because you know why? Because they are a complete team. They are a complete team.
Jimmy's going to get gassed out. That effort that he put in game one, he's going to have to put that same effort all this series.
But you got to understand, they haven't really had to put up much of a fight in the playoffs yet. He been resting. They've been getting them guys out the way.
They only won that game is because Marcus Smart. And
what I'm saying is Boston got Brooklyn out the way, but they was in a dog fight. They was in a dog fight with Milwaukee.
Milwaukee would have beat the Heat.
We don't know that. We didn't see them play. We're not going to do that.
Milwaukee,
put some respect on it. It's a reason why the Heat are number one seeded. Come on, we're not going to do that. It's a reason why.
Milwaukee would have beat the Heat without Middleton.
Okay, maybe. But now we got Boston and Miami. And Miami matches up well with Boston.
Tatum going to that finals.
They matched up with Boston well all year. It's not just in the playoffs. All year they matched up well with Boston.
That's right. But when these two starters come back for the next game, it's not going to look as close as it did. Miami still struggled to win that game. They did.
I understand what you're saying, but every game don't play out the same way. The game look like this, but adjustments are going to be made from game to game. Especially with Spoelstra is known for making game-to-game adjustments.
Who's going to stop Al Horford on the Heat?
Don't say Al Horford name like that. Don't say his name like that. Don't say Al Horford got to be. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like they got a game plan.
No, you cannot watch basketball, so we know playoffs is more about matchups than stars, right?
Exactly.
When Horford and Smart get there, that's a mismatch for Bam.
No, it's not. Bam can check.
I'm gonna tell you why. Bam is more athletic and stronger, but he's got to guard two different ways now because he's got to worry about who's coming to the basket and who his man. He got to leave his man there.
That's what defensive rotation is for. That's what rotation is for.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Horford is such a star. He's gonna just go fucking crazy.
Yeah, he gonna stretch the court. He gonna spread the court. He gonna spread it.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And Jimmy Butler is not going to score 40 on Marcus Smart.
But what I'm saying is Miami has done good against Boston all year with this lineup.
That's true. But Kyle Lowry is not playing no more. He's out for the series.
Okay, okay. I don't put that much stock into Kyle Lowry anyway. Personally.
So I feel like all Boston got to do is win game 2 and get control of the series back.
I don't know. I seen a look in Jimmy's eye like he won it. Like Jimmy won it.
He do.
I feel like this is the defining moment for Jimmy, because if Jimmy let's fast forward. Say Jimmy wins an NBA Finals MVP. Where do you rank Jimmy?
First of all, what is Jimmy Butler's real position? Is he a shooting guard?
Yeah, he's listed as a shooting guard.
He's not top 5 shooting guards all time.
You ain't gotta do all time. Just put him right now in the league right now. Where would you stack him up right now?
He probably top 5 shooting guards right now, but all time probably.
Overall player, is he a top 7 player in the NBA right now?
No. He's a top 10, but he's not top 7. He's a top 10 player. I'm not going to shit on Jimmy Butler because I actually like Jimmy Butler, so I'm not going to shit on him.
I say he's creeping higher than people think because he flies under the radar a lot.
He really does, because like that little 2-year turmoil he was in when that
Minnesota, Philly.
Like,
and if Philly was real with themselves, they'll look back and say they made the wrong decision to keep Ben Simmons over Jimmy Butler.
No, they paid Tobias Harris over Jimmy Butler.
They paid both of them. Now, matter of fact, at first, see, it went like this. At first, they told him they didn't have the money because they was about to pay Ben Simmons. And then they trade Jimmy Butler and turn around and give Tobias Harris $100-something million when they say they ain't had the money.
Sad, bro. And
because they felt like Jimmy wasn't worth a max contract. And we seeing that Jimmy is worth a max contract.
If you seen the Jimmy Butler episode when he talked to JJ Redick, they didn't like how Jimmy Butler was addressing Ben Simmons. Jimmy Butler was one of the first niggas to call Ben Simmons out on him being soft, him not being a team guy. Ben Simmons kind of got Jimmy Butler traded.
But if anything, if you ain't seen a tougher Philly team in years other than that Philly team that had Jimmy Butler on it.
And that's what they didn't like. They didn't like Jimmy Butler was calling Brett Brown, who was the coach at the time, and he was calling out Ben Simmons and Brett Brown, and that's what got him traded.
He was doing the same thing to Cat in Minnesota, call him soft.
And right, and that's what got Jimmy Butler traded because he.
But Cat is soft. Cat's soft though. He's soft.
He is. Jimmy Butler was right. If you look in retrospect, he was right
on every situation. He was right.
Yep.
The only knock you can put on Jimmy is he always want to win. He don't care what he got to say or who he get upset.
And thank God
he Pat Beverly with talent. He Pat Bev with talent.
This is the best team he's been on since he's been in the NBA.
Oh, Jimmy Butler is Pat Bev with talent.
Hey, Pat Bev is all type of out of bounds, dog. Pat Bev is tripping right now. He's tripping. That's why I'm glad Matt Barnes fried his ass.
You heard what JJ said? He said Jason Tatum and Jimmy Butler, two of the best two-way players. He said, two-way? Tatum? He's a two-way player? He tried to go on your boy.
Tatum is like that. Tatum gets busy. The defense Tatum played on KD this year solidified my
You heard what he said about Dame Lillard? He said Dame Lillard mad what he said about Chris Paul because he see that his career about to be the same as Chris Paul's.
Yeah, I seen that.
Hey, there's a little truth in that though.
It is. Because Dame been all about the money his whole career. The nigga always, the one thing he always saying when people keep on talking about he don't got no championship, he talking about I'm about to have 300 million before 30. Now he's 30. You got the money, but you still ain't got no accolades, bro. You talking all that. And then you look how stupid he looked last night in the lottery joint, talking about, oh yeah, we were doing good in all of our seasons ended short. And then I'm like, bro, you look ridiculous trying to like save face. You know, Portland, sorry, you know you want to leave.
Right.
So he just looked retarded. Like
you should be trying to get to New York just like Zion is.
No, he should be trying to get somewhere he could actually win. He's not going to win anything in New York. And if he goes to New York, he's going to be just like Chris Paul. A good nigga, keep going to sorry teams, making them better, and then getting their ass kicked by the eventual champion. That's right. Go ahead, end up like Chris Paul. Go ahead.
Because Pat Bev said that Dame has won as much as he has won.
It's true. He said
you won as much as I won, and you're supposed to be a star. You're supposed to be a star in this league.
Right. Dame got so much to say. Dame, he talking about he ain't like, but at least Pat Bev put a name on his shit. Dame didn't even put a name on his shit. Like, he was like, old boy up there talking like, nah, bro, we don't do that. Put a name.
And then he clapped back at Matt Barnes. He said, Matt Barnes, he said, yeah, I respect you and all that. But you said on your own podcast that Harden don't deserve the money. He said, if you've been in the NBA, why are you saying who don't deserve money?
And their whole life into this, how you gonna tell them they don't deserve the money they work for their whole life? You right. He's right.
He's right.
Bro, Matt Barnes, you know how some of these niggas do, bro. They get next to these people and they start acting different.
You can say what you want about Pat Bev, but if you think Pat Bev ain't gonna have a multi-million-dollar contract on a TV show somewhere when he get on,
Pat Bev is gonna be in the media when he retired.
Just like Draymond, just like all of them.
Yeah, bro, I like Pat Bev and I like JJ Redick, bro. JJ Redick tell it like it is.
And everybody who hate Pat Bev, but if Pat Bev on your team, you love Pat Bev. You love him.
The shit he said about Chris Paul is true. They just don't like it came from him.
He said Chris Paul should have fouled out game 6 and game 7.
He said about Chris Paul being the president of
the Players Association.
And he said Chris Paul looks like a good guy because he's the family guy and he do all them commercials and all that. But when Chris Paul fucks up, everybody destroying Kyrie, destroying Ben Simmons, but nobody destroys Chris Paul.
LeBron. But you know, they do the same thing for Steph Curry. They do the same thing for Steph Curry.
And they do the same shit for Kevin Durant.
Nah, they get on Kevin. They get on Kevin.
Recently, yeah, but at first niggas wouldn't be afraid, would never say nothing about Kevin Durant. But this crazy, like Steph Curry and Chris Paul always get they always get the bail shot.
Because when that year that LeBron came back from 3-1 and they won 73 games that year, they let Steph Curry off the hook. And if you remember game 6 and 7, Steph Curry was nowhere to be found in 6 and 7.
No, game 7, Steph Curry had 17 points in the game 7.
And it was all in the first half. I think he had 11 or 13 in the first half.
He had 17 points. That's it. He didn't even score 20. I think he had like 19 in game 6.
But they didn't even talk about it. They didn't even mention it.
Bruh, because Steph Curry is so-called NBA's golden child, bro. Like, they never gonna let Steph Curry, like, unless Steph Curry commit a crime, nigga, you never gonna hear them talk bad about him. Never.
I've never heard anybody talk bad about him.
They don't even talk bad about Clay neither.
And Clay ain't been Clay in 2 years.
Besides that 30-point game against Memphis, Clay was disappearing in that Memphis series. Clay was not doing nothing until he had that 30 in game 5.
I mean, Clay can think he back. Only reason Clay is one of those players that the knee injuries don't affect him as much as other players because he's never really been an athletic player.
He ain't never been
Right, he never been that anyway.
He don't give you that. He ain't taking you off no dribble.
That's why I feel like that's why I feel like the perfect fit for him if he was to leave Golden State would be the Lakers.
Or the Hawks.
Definitely the Hawks or the Lakers. The Lakers need somebody that can just stand out there and knock down the shot.
Yo, if playing with Trae Young would extend Klay Thompson's career.
But he played with Steph, but I don't think he's gonna be in Golden State next year. That's just my opinion. I don't think he's gonna be in Golden State next year.
Jordan Poole got to get paid. Jordan Poole contract is up. He got to get paid.
Yep.
Bruh, if that's an easy swap out. First of all right, Clay, you did what you had to do. If you get another ring this year, we send you off gracefully.
Right.
But Jordan Poole got to get paid, dog. First of all, he is the second franchise, and he's the extension of your franchise. Because when Steph gets old, you have an extension. You have an extra window.
And I feel like it'll be easier for them to let them go if they lose instead of if they win the championship.
Yeah, because if they win, they probably gonna have to eat that.
They feel like, we got to see if we can run it back. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna feel like they got to run it back.
At the end of the day, though, Clay's still under contract, though.
Right.
And is Jordan Poole a free agent after this year or next year?
No, this summer he's a free agent. This summer. Because he was a second round. He was like a late first round pick. So he got one of those rookie scale contracts. He only 3 years, and he a free agent.
Yo, I don't know if this trade was real, right? But I seen a joint between Golden State, Brooklyn, and Phoenix, right? They had a proposed trade on Facebook. They had Phoenix gets Kevin Durant, Golden State gets Steph Curry, Brooklyn gets Mikal Bridges, DeAndre Ayton, and some dude, I forgot. It's just a bench player from Golden State, Moses.
Well, Booker, KD, and Chris Paul won a championship.
Absolutely.
They won a championship.
I think Brooklyn is in turmoil right now because they don't know what to do with Kyrie. And they know if they trade KD, like, it's over.
Yeah, but I'm saying they gave it 2 years. It didn't work. They might try one more, but
I'm keeping KD. I'm doing whatever I can to build something successful around KD.
But I feel like at this point it's easier to move KD than Kyrie.
It's easy, yeah. But man, do Brooklyn really want to do that though? They done went all in for real. Like, man, listen.
They gave up all the young players, all prospects.
And they had
So what they gonna try to build around Kyrie and Ben Simmons?
I forgot all about Ben Simmons. God damn. That is kind of crazy though. If you got Kyrie,
if you can get Kyrie to move to the 2, Ben Simmons play the 1, you might have something.
Mikal Bridges and DeAndre Ayton.
You might have an elite defensive team off the break, even though you got Kyrie in the starting lineup.
Damn, Ayton, Bridges, and Ben Simmons.
You become one of the tallest, longest teams in the NBA off the break.
All right. So with that, if it goes down, they're still lethal, but they're not championship contender.
No, but they might be exciting. They're gonna be a running team.
It'd be exciting.
There's gonna be some running gunning out there.
But man, if Phoenix get Kevin Durant,
it's a wrap.
It's a Rizat, at least for 1 year.
And if it was to happen, I want them to go to the Western Conference Finals and play Dallas in the Western Conference Finals.
This is what I've been saying about Chris Paul. That's the type of shit that would need to happen for Chris Paul to actually win a ring. Because Chris Paul is never going to get, I don't give a fuck what franchise is out there you thinking this. Chris Paul was never going to get you that thing. He got to be number 2 or number 3 to get you that.
You heard what Pat Bev said. Other than that one New Orleans team, he's never been the best player on any of the playoff teams he's been on.
He can't be to get you a ring. He can't be.
And if Booker thinks 10 points in a game 7 gonna put you on that top 5 elite level, it's not.
He's done this twice, bro. He choked out in the last game of the finals and he choked out against Dallas. He did this 2 years in a row. Devin Booker folds under pressure. He folds.
That's why I always felt like that Kobe Kirk comparison was crazy to me.
He ain't no Kobe. Stop playing with my man, dog. Rest in peace, Mamba. But that light-skinned Bama ain't no Kobe.
All right. Before we get out of here, I want a prediction. Golden State. Game 1.
Golden State. Oh, before we get out of here, Shoney called Jazz out.
Yeah, this is the second time. And Shoney said, and Jazz said she gonna see her.
Jazz accepted.
Yeah. I really wanted to happen on Midnight Madness.
Dog, do you know URL reached out? I don't know if you heard this. This happened. This popped out last night. URL tried to set up Vixen versus Jazz on Known.
Oh yeah, she turned it down. Vixen, I heard about that. Vixen, Vixen said she want to do official first so she can build her name up and get a bigger bag for Jazz. That's what she said.
Now I like that. I like how
because she said the number that they offer for Jazz, she feel like if she beat official, get official out the way, they're gonna have to get up that number.
Because she's smart. She's doing it backwards from what Rum Nitty did. Because Rum Nitty took all these super crazy hot names, right? When he wasn't getting the bag. Remember, all Nitty's battles big.
Yeah, so now he really can't go back and collect those bags.
Right. They were just throwing,
and then every time he get a rematch, it's usually in the tournament.
You're right. So Nitty kind of played himself out because now Nitty get these. He talking about he get paid decent, but he don't get the decent bags he would have get if he was battling a better opponent.
Right.
Like so now, because he battled everybody already, he only has 3 good paydays left, and that's if he get these niggas.
But I did change my pick to Nitty for you on 5.
These are only 3 names that can get JC a bag because JC done battled everybody. Cal, Bird,
Surf.
He already battled Surf.
I thought you said JC.
Nah, Nitty.
Oh.
And Nitty didn't get paid shit for battle. Nitty got 7,000 in the battle Surf.
You know, Surf got 30. Surf got 30 for that battle.
Nitty got like 7 to 8 grand. Like Nitty probably got more for the Rex rematch than he got for battling Surf.
Probably.
Crazy. Because Drake made sure he said everybody that was on his card got 10 bands or better.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to them guys getting that bag in battle rap. If you're not getting that bag, y'all gotta be smarter. Especially if you call yourself a top tier. If you're not getting top tier money, you're not a top tier. I'm sorry. I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
This matters, y'all. Y'all don't get it, but we as fans, this matters. Push it.
If you don't get top tier money, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, you're not top tier. You're a good rapper. You're a top flight rapper. You're not top tier.
The
bag has to match your status.
The state is top tier that still don't get top tier money.
Then I don't really consider them top tier, cuz.
If you get 5 bands to battle Tay-Rock, are you top tier?
No.
So Danny ain't top tier then?
No.
Oh, all right.
No.
Oh, all right. I put that out there.
It's just like, you know what it is? It's just like in the NBA. You got stars and you got superstars. You know what I'm saying? It's that star level, and then you got superstars. And their bags are different.
Right. So if you especially if you one of these battle rappers who talk about getting jerked, but you stay getting jerked,
yeah,
you're not top tier, bro. Because top tier niggas put a stop to that.
You can say what you can say what you want about Cal. Cal he don't step outside unless the number is the number.
Beasley probably don't even call Danny's phone.
No, he still talk to P. No, I'm out of here, man. I'm out of here. Shout out to you, Daddy. I fuck with you. I'm gone, man.
All right.